Meeting is being meeting is being recorded. The recording does not constitute the official record of this meeting. All documents from this meeting are available on the school board page of the district site. Call the meeting to order. We stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any revisions for today? No. Okay. And then we'll move on to public comment. Any public comments on non-agenda items?
Sure.
Matt, you
I got something, just 2 minutes. So.
you're welcome to come up and read it if you like.
Where do you want me to stand?
Just kind of, yeah, in
I'll
the
just
view of
sit
the
here.
camera is good or.
So, good evening, Dr. Shipman and trustees. My name is Matt Zalimba. I'm a parent in the Big Sky School District. I'm here tonight to speak about the district's compliance with its harassment, intimidation, and bullying policies, specifically 3225, 3226, and related procedures such as 1700. These policies establish clear expectations for reporting, investigating, and documenting bullying incidents, including timelines, required communication with parents, neutral oversight, and the responsibility to ensure a safe environment for all students. When they're followed with fidelity, they protect the children and maintain trust between families and the district. In just 6 weeks of school, our families encountered multiple incidents that reveal gaps between what our policies require and how they're currently being implemented. I'm not discussing any student by name or giving any specifics, but I'm just highlighting the procedural and systematic concerns that impact every family. So, incidents are being repeatedly categorized incorrectly, which delays appropriate protection. Parents are not being informed of their rights to request a formal investigation of appeal under policy 3226. Emotional distress in young students is being minimized instead of addressed through trauma-informed practices. And communication timelines and documentation doesn't consistently align with the requirements laid out in the policy. Local reporting, including Explore Big Sky's March 2025 coverage, has already shown that many families feel confused when trying to report bullying. Our experience confirms those systematic issues. They're not isolated missteps. They reflect a pattern that leaves students unprotected, parents unsure how to navigate the process, and the district vulnerable to recurring breakdowns in safety. So tonight, I would respectfully request that the board take the following actions: clarify, publish, and consistently communicate the procedures for reporting, documenting, and investigating harassment, intimidation, and bullying. Ensure all investigations are overseen by a neutral administrator with no direct connection to the students or classroom involved. Provide staff with updated training and trauma-informed bias-free responses in the mandated reporting and investigating procedures in policies 3225 and 3226. Establish transparent communication timelines and ensures parents are notified of their rights, including formal investigations and appeals. The last one, kind of most important for me, is survey the community and parents to create a focus group, allow for open discussion to come up with a collaborative plan of action or solution. Our intent here is not to criticize individuals, but to ensure that the district policies are implemented accurately, consistently, and in the best interest of every student. Big Sky is a small community. Our kids all share the same classroom, playgrounds, and teams. And when the system fails one family, it weakens trust for everybody. So we want to work collaboratively with the district to restore confidence, strengthen safety practices, and make Big Sky a model of transparency and accountability. Thank you for your attention and your commitment to protecting every student in Big Sky. Respectfully, Matt and Danielle Zalimba. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming in. Yeah, really appreciate it.
All right. See you.
Thanks, guys. Move on to an approval of the minutes, please.
I move to approve the minutes from the October 2025 meeting. Second.
Any discussion? Call for a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That's unanimously. Move on to our student report. We're gonna table that for.
Yeah, but I'll just maybe give a quick statement about it. I know last time it was expedition, next time I'm gonna have some fall sports kids come in. And then I'll bring some kids in for academics and things like that as some
Okay, perfect. Great. We'll move on to superintendent report, please, Dustin.
Yeah, I sent this out. Actually, it's kind of no news, and then I think there's also some good news. The superintendent report this week, or this month. See, we're at 361, which, yeah, that was the official count. I mean, we're anticipating right now a decline in the general fund for fiscal year 27. We'll know more in January. You're gonna see there are any committee reports. We'll start to gear up again, personnel and budget at our cities next month. And then the second phase of housing got approved by the HOA.
Oh, yeah.
With really nice language in their email. So I attached a more detailed budget. So the anticipated expenditures, the real only estimates at this point, and I think I have a pretty good, the project manager, the Tate Group, has given us pretty good estimates on those, just on the infrastructure and foundation. Everything else, we're basically there. And then also the services that they provide is also relatively high in that budget. It's an additional 50 grand, when really their work's almost done. As soon as they get the prices. So worst case scenario overrun is gonna be between 120 and 150. I'm anticipating more around 50. And I have a donor almost on the hook to pick up that for us, at least up to 100. So if we can get there, that's gonna be great. And then lastly, we come in at about 1.44 million. That's about 360 a square foot in this community right now. I think that's a great investment for the district at this point in time. And it's gonna give us an additional, almost 5,000 square feet of housing. There's 700 square feet, 6 of them. It'd be really nice for us.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. Oh, that's good news.
Yeah.
And for August occupancy.
Yeah.
So if you remember, I talked about Yellowstone Park, we got in front of them, so we're in the queue they're gonna start building them, I think in April, we're gonna take delivery like late July, early August.
Nice. Awesome.
So it's been a long time.
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
But thank you.
Yeah, great. Any questions? Yeah, thanks, Dustin. Move on to middle and high school report, please, Mark.
Okay, thank you. For academics, PSAT results have gone out to families and students. We did that at the beginning of October. Grade 10 students leave for DC. We're hoping they don't have a flight delay and lots of things are open for them when they arrive.
Fourth bus doesn't
Yeah.
crash or?
On Saturday, they're there with Mr. Coppola, Ms. Hamlin, and Ms. Feldner, all taking our 10th graders, and they've worked hard. It's to be a great fit for them. We start our parent teacher conferences tomorrow night and then the following Wednesday. We look forward to that. High school exam, the schedules will go out before Thanksgiving break. We were fortunate to have Montana Shakes come and perform Richard III to our high school students, and they really put on some fantastic workshops and kind of cracked open the mystery of Shakespeare to some of our students. And I really loved that. They raved about that experience. We also had a nice partnership in the elementary school too with Big Sky Arts Council, and they brought a wonderful mariachi band from Utah right before Christmas. And they
Don't jump ahead.
oh sorry.
Yeah, I was
Not
like, wait a
ready.
minute, was it last year?
I was like, well, good, I think good, when I got there, I missed that thing, I was like, I'm gonna see it.
I missed
it.
Sorry.
Try mine.
But I was just gonna tell you, it's so amazing to have performers in our music room in the new STEAM wing, like the acoustics, it's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
And we're so fortunate, and I could see high schoolers like starting to jam out listening to the mariachi band and to see them have a little bit of freedom and enjoy that moment. It was really nice.
Awesome.
And then I just want to thank Brittany and Dustin for helping to bring Dr. Jessica Minahan to us during our PIR days. She does a lot with working with students that have challenges with, self-regulation, and it was brilliant work. And she gave us so many tools that we're implementing and using already right now, and we've already seen a positive impact on it. So it's really wonderful. And so for student life, student council had a successful Halloween. And it's always kind of festive and wild in those costumes. And then I just want to give a shout out to Barbara and John and Tim for the Adams family. It was so joyful. And it's so neat to see the younger kids participating and taking on these big leadership roles in our school. And with that, with a cappella today, they were just outstanding during the Veterans Assembly, and all those middle schoolers with those voices. We have a really good future right now. Yeah,
Middle
our
school.
performing arts
Yeah.
program.
School,
Yeah. And so student council did a great job at Veterans Day. Bobby Gilbert was an amazing keynote speaker. And then we're doing our annual food drive right now. So that wraps it up.
Never a dull moment still.
Had somebody that has been in the military recently,
Yeah.
you know, as opposed to somebody, it's been great to have my
Yeah.
neighbor and all these older people. But, you know, a lot of our kids don't have any experience or understanding about military families, and the Gilberts are unique.
Yeah.
In our,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Didn't we do it last year
Did John do it last year?
or 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Last year
I
was
think-
Matt Doherty.
Yes.
Oh, Matt,
Yes.
and then Wayne maybe at some point.
Wayne.
Wayne back and forth, Wayne Hill, the World War One, World.
Was, yeah.
I don't know.
He wasn't there.
Well, he is 103.
Somebody call him.
I don't know, he's really slacking.
Yeah.
He's my neighbor.
Questions, anyone? Thank you, Dr. Move on to the elementary school report, Ms. Shirley, please.
I too was gonna say our MRPE day, I gotta retrain my brain. In October, with Jessica Minahan was really rich. She does trauma-informed strategies to support students with anxiety. And you know, her big idea that she starts with is that's half the kids that sit in the classrooms. So it's really impactful learning. And our MTSS teams had a follow-up PD with her, so we can really start to work on structures that we can use throughout our school system to support those kiddos. I have all non-tenured evaluations complete, so that's one big check off of the year. In this building, we also held our second data meetings of the year. We're breaking the kind of pattern of the past of just doing beginning of the year, middle of the year, and end of the year to meet and talk about kids more frequently so we can pivot and support as needed, be more responsive in that way. And so we'll do that again in January. Miss Bremer in second grade had a baby,
Nice.
which is really exciting, came 2 weeks early, so sent us seeing how many ways we can pull things together, but our team really rose to the occasion and we've figured it out. We have Laura McPherson in there 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, and Ashley Jenks is stepping up back
Nice.
into the classroom for Fridays, and that'll carry us through December break. And then I'm working to create, hopefully to get a long-term sub in there for after the holidays. So if you know of anyone, I'm open to that. And then for our WIN block, which is the period of time that our school shares every day, we had a couple highlights, which the mariachi band, they had 150 elementary students out on the floor dancing at one point together, which was really entertaining. We also had Children's Book Week that Miss Jenks leads the charge of, and the teachers decorate their doors to look like a book in celebration of the fair that's happening right now. Miss Nell taught flag etiquette for the American flag to all of our kiddos. And then today they lined the walkways going in, hopefully using their flag etiquette as the veterans came in. And then it was really great. The Rotary came and they did a whole lesson on peace and how it starts with us. And then we finished out here, we have a peace pull out here that Jonathan Gowns led the charge to have put out there. And it's just a reminder that you know, all kids have a hand in how that starts, and it starts with them. So that was really fun connection that we had too.
Excellent. Great. Any questions? Thank you so much. Still busy as well. Move on to activities.
Yeah, I have it. He's working the best of Congratulations to volleyball on a successful building season with a lot of improvement. Soccer boys made the quarterfinals of the playoffs. Girls made the semis. That's a big deal. Football team made the first round of the 8-man playoffs. All state and all conference, he has them listed. Football, we don't talk about them until the season's over and they have 2 more weeks. But first team all conference and all state, and it's all soccer players. First team all conference and all state were Dudley Davis, Keegan Lucchini, Mae McCray, Maddie Wachinski. Second team, Oliver McGuire, Thaddeus Davis, Miles Romney, Lola Morris, Harper Morris, and honorable mention Sophie Kendrick and Ava Stout. Unbelievably, next Thursday, I think, it was the first day of basketball practice. And he's unsure of what the rosters are gonna look like, but Rich, numbers should be strong, but that's fast.
Yeah, that is fast. Great.
Wait, there's a whole week in between.
Two.
Two.
Depending on what
If
the
you're-
football team
yeah,
does.
That
There might
doesn't,
not be any.
usually with basketball, it goes spring sports and basketball, boom.
Yeah.
There's
That's
been a
spring
week.
sports is really close to me.
I really know a lot about sports.
You do.
That
You especially know.
is not, that is not,
I'm
that
very.
is not a joke.
Excellent. Great. Thanks, Dustin, for that. Business report with Libby, please.
Okay. 2 meetings ago, I believe we mentioned the workers' comp audit that they were conducting. We received the results of that. We had 2 food service employees that were coded the wrong way, which we've now fixed and moving forward. We also had a little bit additional workers' comp exposure due to a lower than average price of housing for our staff housing. So we will just kind of cover that and figure out how to do that. Through November payroll and all of its pieces that go along with that. And we've also been doing a lot of reporting, state reporting. We had the official count, which Dustin mentioned. We've done Medicaid, teacher incentive, which is part of the STARS program, personnel, quality educator, all that stuff. So
Fun stuff.
it's moving along. That's it.
Great. Excellent. See, Courtney, anything? Oh, sorry.
The work comp thing we're trying to figure out right now.
Yeah.
Cause they set a rate for particular areas. And then anything that we have to figure out 2 things, like how we can report that back out to the employee. And then whether that's gonna be a taxable event for the employee. So what we charge and what their rate, the stated rate is. So the very least, we're probably gonna have to start paying work comp on that gap. But we need to figure out, we're investigating right now to see if that becomes a taxable event for our employees.
And what would that?
That just means they would have to start paying taxes on that gap.
Yeah, so the work comp is pretty straightforward from the standpoint, we are charging less than the Gallatin County average.
And we just had that documented incorrectly? Or we just didn't?
We just do, right?
We do.
We're not-
We just do.
they're at the
We charge
benefit.
less.
So they're like,
Yeah.
taxing on the benefit.
You charge less, so you're supposed to pay work comp on that
benefit.
benefit,
Okay.
so to speak, because
Yeah.
it's really kind of wages. And then we have to investigate to see if that becomes a taxable event, then that'll be another thing to
Oh, yeah.
like talk to people about, because it very well could.
Okay.
I mean, the state work comp group, it's every dollar that's under, we're gonna pay 0.006% or whatever it might be. It's pretty minimal. The IRS code usually runs about 20% under market value, and they're not below that threshold. So we may not have to report it per tenant. Well, the school will just have to pay a few dollars in work comp.
Mhm.
When you said that's based on different areas, like,
So they have,
Employees.
so they have, it's all listed out really competently statewide, Gallatin County, by county.
okay. Okay. And we'll know that next month? Whenever?
I mean, there's really no.
Yeah, if we owe or,
I mean, the work comp is a minor issue. The individuals will have to figure that out by the end of by January, when we report W-2s and wage income.
Because the work comp's a done deal, basically.
Right.
It's gonna be that what Courtney said, like a handful of dollars, the
Yeah.
district's gonna have to increase.
it's just something we need to be aware of.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Good. Any questions? Anyone there? Thank you, guys. We have no committee reports, seeing that, we'll move on to discussion and action, please.
Move to approve the season request as presented.
Yeah, second.
So that's in the packet. I mean, all the requests meet the criteria of our policy, and there could be some additions.
Usually are, usually.
And I think John might be here. This would be the time to talk to anything about this motion. If John's here.
Yeah, it looks pretty straightforward. It looks like a great lineup again, for sure. Thank you for that.
That's the fall lineup. That's not even.
Yeah,
Hey Dustin, the only question I had, and I know I asked this before, I can't remember the question, the answer. We can't pre-approve them for a year at a time or a 5-year period at a time?
It's got to be event by event.
so it has to be individually listed. events.
Or, kind of, we can list all the events out, but if we can't just say, yep, we're going to serve alcohol on the wall for the next 5 years.
For example, we wouldn't serve it at High School Musical, right?
So there
So,
might be some
but
conflict that might come up or whatever.
yeah, there's like things that
Yeah.
wouldn't be appropriate.
Anything from
Maybe
you,
we
Sean? or-
should serve it.
Yeah, if it's okay, Mr. Chair, I have a handout that I've
Definitely.
prepared. Okay, if I see
Yes,
this,
please, thank you.
Maybe isn't directly related to the motion, but it's interesting information.
Gems.
Thank you.
I just want
I
Jared.
texted a picture to Danielle, so she.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Mainly, I'm jealous of all the other staff members who get to do reports, and I realize I seldom get to come in front of this board and give you a report. So thank you for continuing the partnership on the alcohol. I know it's always complicated. We try to get everything we can. Usually why the additions happen is because someone approaches me after we've announced our season with a new idea, and then I try to get it to you all as soon as possible. So thank you very much. I just wanted to take a minute of your time to say thank you. When I go around the region as an arts representative, Wampak is one of the most respected arts institutions in the Rocky Mountain West. I see it in Colorado, all over the state. People know us. And when I'm at these conferences and talking to people, they've heard of us. They say, what's the secret to your success? The first thing I always talk about is our relationship with our local public school, especially around Montana. People might say, oh, Big Sky, that makes sense because you've got all those wealthy people who are going to subsidize it. And what I tell them is no, first and foremost, we're on the campus of a public school, which is the frontier version of a public-private partnership because we have no municipality. And then the other one we talk about is resort tax, both of which are drawn from local government services. So I'm really excited to share the most boring accounting sheet ever that I never get to share anywhere else. But this demonstrates the commitment that the school district has to Wampak, and it's prorated out building costs that I worked with the business office on. I haven't done this for about 10 years actually. And so it was good to update all of this. But now it's going in every single grant application that I'm filling out to talk about our partnership. Not only is it symbolically important, but it is also financially substantive in the underwriting of the building. I put a little snapshot at the bottom of this to just let you know the community benefit. These are things that are happening in Wampak outside of school hours, 41 performances in the last year, 7,000 attendees sitting in those chairs. And that doesn't include any of the in-school day performances like Shakespeare in the Parks or the MRPE event that happened all day. So this community is getting a great bang for their buck. And the point of this sheet is just to say thank you. The cost of running Wampak, just the bare bones, was about $50,000 last year. 20,000 came from Wampak, the nonprofit organization, and 30,000 came through a pro rata share from the school district. So again, that's Wampak plus the school district. Couldn't do it without you. We hope that we bring a benefit to the community and to the school community with our services. But here, I'd love to come once a year to say thank you again, because without you, Wampak wouldn't exist.
Great.
Thanks,
Thank
John.
you, John. We appreciate all your work and everything you guys do there. I think it's a great benefit, obviously, for the community, and my family's been involved. So yeah, I see it.
John, I have
I think
one.
that's
I
great.
do have one question, just one, because I haven't revisited this. When Wampak was made, there is a priority that's given to school and local kid events for that facility. Is that right? Still?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Trustee Rowley, that is correct.
Thank you.
In the original MOU, when we were building Wampak, there was a prioritization system that we've worked through organically over the last decade. Priority is given to the school first, Then it's given to groups that are affiliated or next to, kind of adjacent to the school, usually including kids from the school or locals, and then nonprofit organizations in the community. And then the last priority is given to commercial operators. But we've managed to kind of build out schedule infrastructure. Everybody feels a home at a certain time of year, a certain week. So community theater has it this week, right?
Right, which is part of adult ed, which is part of the school system. So I'm just underscoring, Mr. Zirkle, that you benefit the school as a priority in your bones of the founding documents. Thank you.
Great. Any other questions?
Wouldn't it have been fun if I wouldn't have asked him something?
In all this way.
And he did it in color printing.
Yeah.
What did that cost?
Good question. We did use school.
Go back to another $10.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Okay. No more discussion. I see. We'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Right. I move to approve the snow plowing contract with Jake's Horses as presented.
Second.
Maybe it's in the packet, you'll see.
Yeah, we do.
He
Still keep
increased it, I think it was 20%. I asked Mac from Big Sky Snowman to just give me a cursory, and he was like, look. It would be a lot more expensive than that, about $100,000 was the range he was talking. He's like, even if I'm off by 20.
We're still good.
His point was, and the point I made with Corky and Libby too, is I don't know how much longer Jake's gonna be performing a community service for us.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll need to figure out, a plan for the future. Max volunteered to help with that, but Jake has been great to us.
Yeah.
Great, he does, it's a lot of plowing,
Yeah.
we include the housing and all the new territory for
Yeah.
$36,000.
It's crazy.
That is really good price for sure.
Yeah.
And it was 30.
Yeah. And we didn't have any issues. He didn't miss any days. He's not,
No,
I mean, it seemed like he stayed up on everything pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we have to pay extra only on Sunday.
Right.
It feels like snow plowers are the next bus drivers that are gonna be,
Yeah.
they're rotating out and getting
Yeah.
people,
There's new people coming.
like, you don't get to push back against your bus driver or your snow plower.
Yeah.
You just say yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
please,
thank
and thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is great that he's still,
The future is gonna be, it's gonna be a jump.
yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be a
Thank you very
significant
much.
jump.
Well, maybe that'll be my puppy bus driver, snowplow operator.
Yeah, why not?
That'll be.
Well, you'll have housing.
Yeah. Perfect.
A little bit extra for the workman.
Yeah. Great, call for a vote on that, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
I move to approve the Bozeman lacrosse as a non-school related activity for attendance purposes.
Second.
So we had a couple of these last
Yeah.
month. There's only one kid that participates at this particular time. So I think he has a sibling that is also gonna participate. And in the past, we've had a handful of kids participating in lacrosse. I don't think they miss a ton generally just for competitions.
Same as everything else we do, we have all those other programs kept. Any questions? Call for a vote, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
I move to approve the resolution for a trustee election as presented.
A second.
So the law changed and we need to, the trustee resolution's done 150 days before the election, just the trustee resolution. So if we do it now, I mean, we talked about it last
Yeah.
week, you'll see in there's one term, that's trustee Dodd, up for a 3-year term. Barbara actually had a good idea too, and I'll get that done by the end of the
Thank you.
week to post the terms.
On your bios.
bios.
So,
So I need an update.
I was just saying, I'll update my bio finally.
Thank you.
I keep forgetting that.
And then any levies
Yeah,
that we intend to run, we can stick on in the normal time frame in
Okay.
January, February, just
that hasn't changed.
to the resolution, so.
Okay.
So we're way out in front of this.
Perfect.
Great.
Any other questions? Call for a vote, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Put the move to approve the
Consent agenda.
consent agenda.
Yeah,
I move to approve the consent agenda.
second. I know my job.
Is Chris Noy gonna be the head, or is Bedway doing it?
I think, yeah, I should have put that on there. She's an assistant.
Okay.
So it's Jessica Bedway, Libby, and Chris Toy.
Nice.
Correct, Libby? So it's just those three. And they were last month.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't know this was.
Okay, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously.
Thanks.
All right, next meeting day we have set for the 9th December. And January 13th on that, so. Meeting adjourned. Thanks, everybody.